my gosh. More SF Rush, seriously? Okay, guys, relax. Relax. We need to finish the series, right? There are barely any days left, and we have a much more to go. So as I've mentioned before, we don't play any ranked game off stream, so I'm really gonna stay true to that. However, I will do quests, which is why I will do quests, I will look in the shop, I will do draft and a little bit of brawl. So this is why I'm able to pick up some copies of these, and that's also why I have an insane amount of fusion stones right now. I know a lot of you guys are requesting for me to do a draft guide. I'll probably do that in the future, but as for now, you know, we're stuck with this. So I've been having a lot of fun with this. We got Dubious Hags and Butchers upgrade. That is insane, guys. We're starting to look like those gold max players. We have a bit of gold. I guess we'll just spend it together. Also, yeah, I got extremely lucky. I opened up a pack and I got a Butchers in it, so that was crazy. Yeah, see, the problem with opening packs is you're not gonna get anything good. I kind of wanted to save it, but then again, there's nothing better to save it for, so you know, there's nothing really to do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And we're gonna get nothing probably. Yeah, that's fine. And we might as well just hop into a game then. Alrighty, so we're getting into our very first game. Some exciting news though is that because of draft, because I'm actually pretty good at draft and I'm really happy with draft, so because of all of that, okay, wait, let me just play this out really quick. It is against winter, we have to keep that in mind. So honestly, you could play like hugging, but it's kind of worse. Let's just play like this. So with the draft, I'm really excited because last week I did 6-0 draft times 3, but I didn't get any good epics. I didn't think, maybe I got one copy of the Brain of Frogs, but I think that's it. I'm really looking for Sparkly Kitties and Cerepods, and I'm kind of feeling I'm a bit ambitious maybe this week. I think I'm gonna get it, and when we do get it, with all the future stones hoarding up, honestly, I'm just gonna max, not max, but to level 3, we're gonna send Saberpaws and Sparkly Kitty straight to level 3, which sounds a little bit crazy, like why would you do that? But I'm telling you guys, it is such an OP upgrade, so we're gonna definitely do that when we get the chance. This is okay. The problem is I don't like how Rain of Frogs always ends up trading with that. It's very annoying, but you know, there's no better play. You can actually play hugging the GP here because I kind of want to leave this top left corner. So I could, like, my other play would have been, oh, one second guys. So my other play would have been to play GP here. The problem is this line is going to be blocked, and realistically that's kind of bad for me. Instead, I actually would much rather play here. We also got really lucky that nothing's blocking this Dubious, because then we're going to cycle into Butcher soon, and that's 1 extra damage. So yeah, we're gonna see how we're always dividing the side. Like, we're playing left right now, they're going to defend on the left, and then we can play right next turn. These winter players in silver are rocking such good decks. Like, I can't even stress this enough. Okay, never mind. I saw this. Never mind. This card's actually pretty bad. That only delays my push, which, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain about that. We could also kill this, deal 5, or we could, like I said, play right hand side right now because we left it open. See, if we play GP here, for example, then they would Shyvana here, and then, like, where do we play? Like, if you look at the board right now, like, where do we play? It's not, we have to play center, and center is always worse because you always want to tuck in your stronger units at top right. To be honest, I'm playing so many decks at the same time that I kind of forgetting what the heck I'm supposed to be, like, what my deck composes of. This trade sucks. I was literally just talking about how it's so good, but it's okay. We'll play here, cycle this out. This is gonna be a bit of a problem, clearly. Taking over, like, this line here, I want you guys to know, when you're playing like rush, for the enemy to take over any space on this row here is like insane, because this Shyvana alone blocks me from playing here. Like, if I play a unit here, it's gonna attack here, blocks me from playing here. If a unit attacks me here, so the only real play would be like playing here and here, like a 0 movement here and then a 1 movement here. That's like really the only way, and that's just with one unit doing that much work is insane. So you guys want to keep that in mind. Now, if obviously Shyvana was played over here, for example, then I still have a lot of space because I could play here, and then one 0 movement unit here. You guys get the idea, I hope, by now. But yeah, like, this row here is insane. If they play like on this row, Rush doesn't care about this row because you're always going to be playing on these 2 primary rows. Freeze is interesting. Freeze into execute is even more interesting. Weird, to say the least. Weird. You could also talk sack here, but I'm not going to do that. That sounds kind of bad. Okay, so we can do 1, 2. Okay, let me just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 damage to their face. There's no way you don't take that trade. There's just no chance I'm not taking that trade. I'm doing that trade. So we're going to do 8 damage to their face, and then we're definitely going to play GP here. So if you keep in mind, if you look at the board again, they're going to start having a lot of units. I'm going to definitely hold a Toxac here because then we can Toxac in the future. Probably, like, once they attack this, it's probably going to buff Chev or something. Realistically, this would be the best Toxac square, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if they really play no units to clear both of these, then I already just win. That's pretty much game over. But there you go. There they play their units. They're probably going to clear this. I just need to take over this square if I can. If not, I'll just take over this square. Really? They don't even clear? So bad. That is so bad. I can actually get away with Toxac Dubious, which I'm kind of looking forward to. We also might... The problem is we have to deal with this. We need a 3 mana. Honestly, like Faithless would be so good, or so obviously we're not gonna do this actually because we have Gifted. So either Faithless or let me think. What was my other? Oh, Helio Troopers, but I don't think it's gonna be drawn. I really wish we had Sparkly Kitties here. What is gonna be drawn here? Actually, I don't even remember. Crimson Century. That's not good. I think we have to deal with this. This is a problem. This is a problem, actually. Now I misplayed, because Dubious Hags would have been even better here. Huh. Do I give them 2 mana? It's such a tough call. It's such a tough call. Honestly, let's not give them 2 mana. With 2 mana, you can do too much. I think it's just better to do this. I'm really hoping we hold frontline. There was our Faithless. Why didn't you come sooner? I actually am starting to not really like Crimson Sentry. I'm considering just upgrading Lime Limbs to 3 with Fusion Stones and just playing that, because that would be insane, honestly. Level 3 Lime Limbs at this rank is pretty absurd. So, I don't know. That really sucked. That really did suck, because I should have just held on to Dubious if I knew I was drawing Crimson there, which honestly I should have. Clearly, I'm not paying attention to my cycles, but if you go to the very beginning of this video, I do believe I cycled out Crimson Sentry way before even playing out Gifted, so yeah, that was kind of obvious in a sense. Okay, interesting. Rhymex here. Honestly, I'm not too scared of that. The only problem is my Faithless. When you play Faithless and it like attacks and converts, it doesn't give you the frontline, so that's gonna be a problem. Ideally, we get frontline though, so how do we do this? I think you have to cycle this out. Kinda not really. It's like whatever. I guess we have to Toxac here, settle for a little bit less. And we're just gonna hope we hold frontline here. Honestly, okay, this is also a really good thing to learn. So this is called actually turtle tucking. This is basically turtle tucking, where pretty much the enemy units are blocking off the ability for them to clear in the enemy other unit. So the enemy units, let me rephrase it better. The enemy units are blocking off one of your units so that they have no access to it. Now, of course, you can counter turtle tucking with spells, Fell Flares, stuff like that, but you need an ability to clear. You can't just use a movement unit directly to attack it. And turtle tucking is so good. Now, unfortunately, this isn't the best trade because it actually clears the knight, but let's say the knight was 2 bodies, right? I could actually use like GP here, or not GP, better Helio Troopers or something, and push forward the line. Like, that would be insane. So, I mean, yeah, this is still really good because at least it holds my second line here. Moment's Peace here. It's okay. We're actually definitely going to have to play Crimson Sentry here, or we're just going to lose. So let me see. Crimson Sentry, Helios. Okay, we'll just go ahead and do that because there's no way we don't do that. I really don't like this though. Not a fan of the GP. I know I can draw like anything better. Yeah, that is still better though, so we'll go ahead and do that. Boom, boom. So like you could turtle tuck here, but it's not really worth it. We're just gonna force ourselves to take 1 damage. It's not a big deal, and we're just gonna chill like that. So I know that their freeze cards are in hand right now. Icicle Burst should be in hand. I think Execution and even Frost Hexers should be in hand. So I don't expect to push my lineup exactly right now, but you know, we still have a pretty decent chance. Like if we somehow keep this line, I don't know, it's gonna be really tricky though. Especially with freeze, it gets even more tricky. If somehow they play a weak unit here and like freeze is Faithless, we can actually win. If they play like Rhinelinks here, oh no, not Rhinelinks, sorry. If they play Frost Hexers, but the Frost Hexers is level 3, which is unfortunate. If it was like level 2, you could actually GP Gifted, Dubious, and then win. That's also assuming we have a 1 strength, so I think we're assuming a bit too much, but it's possible. It's possible. Okay, see, there's a freeze card, Midwinter. I don't think it's a good card. I'm still okay with that. Shyvana on this side. Annoying. I need them to play a weak unit here or here. Seriously. This is not fun. There's no fun. I can't do anything. Okay, let me think. I hate playing like this. I'm so behind. Okay, this thing doesn't matter to me too much. This thing does matter because I was like really annoying, but we're gonna have to cycle out butchers here, start playing for something, which we don't even get anything good. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this, because your Reign of Frogs here is going to really do nothing for you unless you push your line forward, in which case the only way to guarantee push forward is like this, which is still not even that good. So oh no, this is so bad. I don't like this. I'm trying to think. Actually, we could actually maybe get rid of this, or we can keep it at 1. That's better. Maybe get rid of it is actually better, because then we actually have some way to push forward. I'm not entirely sure. It really depends on what they play, that's why. So it's kind of hard to evaluate the position. But yeah, it's not looking too good at the moment. This might be a way to push forward, but everything's looking so bad. We're so close. Please. Moment's peace. Honestly, that's not a big deal. You're also silencing my dubious hags, which is kind of funny. So they silenced it, which means they don't get a unit, which could be good or bad actually, because if it was a unit, I could probably take advantage of it. You know, this player is trolling me. I'm definitely going to play Lawless into... Yeah, I definitely have to play Lawless into Toxac here. I kind of want to play Lawless Toxac first before cycling out Summon, because I don't think there's any better play. Like, if anything, it's better to cycle out your Toxac faster, because this guy's going to be a big boy soon. Let's cycle out... There's nothing good for us. It's so bad. It's like, it's crazy. Seriously crazy. But our best play is seriously looking like this. And I don't want to do this trade, but you really want to hold frontline. Such a bad trade though. Well, let's see what happens, honestly. If at best, you know what the best scenario is? They hit this, convert it, hit this, GP buffs it, and then I hit it, and then I take it. Which would be like, this is like some crazy shenanigans, but I think that's our best chance. Like, if we can even win next turn, but it's really unlikely. I mean, we'd have to Helio Troopers into Crimson. Execution. We need a good Crimson line, and we need Helio Troopers to move up. Helio Troopers into Crimson wins me the game, please. Just enough, please, please. Yes, play that. That's so bad. Yes, play defensive. So this is actually such a big mistake I'm seeing these players do. Just end your turn. End your turn, I win. I think I win, actually. Okay, sweet. So this is a big mistake I see players do. Once you're in the late game and you're already winning by so much, you don't need to play like this, because this is a huge waste of mana and you're not getting anything out of it. If anything, they could have played really defensive like here, or even better, they could have played like right here in the center, but they didn't. And my level up on the butchers just won me the game. If I did not level this up, I probably would have lost this game. Well, that's crazy. That one strength, these perfect levels for perfect lethal, it feels so good. This is like a chef's kiss, like perfect. It's beautiful. Alrighty, so into our next game. I hope what I was saying made sense. If you're gonna play structure that late into the game, and like you already know you're winning, and you're playing Lady Rhyme, and you have higher levels, like there's really no reason to play structure over here. You should just play here, and at that point, I wouldn't have any way to gain access here. Yeah, because the only way was here into here, and the enemy gave it to me basically. So okay, gifted recruits level 3. I want my dubious hags to be as far up on the board as possible. The only reason is because then I can have more time before I use my own. Have more time before I end up using my own. 1 second. I kind of think you have to cycle out Helio Troopers, but I don't know if that's right. I think it is. So I kind of want more time before I use my own butchers. So yeah, I cycled out Helio Troopers mostly because I want to get a lot of like 2 manas in early game. Sounds like a better idea in my opinion. That's a little bit annoying, but honestly, if you're attacking this, I feel like that's a big misplay, because now they're giving me a lot of damage, and I'm always happy with damage. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Reign of Frogs first, and then we'll see where we play Lawless. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Honestly, we could play a little defensive, block this a bit, I don't see a reason not to. If they play like Blade Storm and I just get completely demolished, at least they get some value from this. And at the same time, it's going to delay their push, so it's not too bad. And honestly, I don't really have any better tile because ideally Lawless Herd lands here, but since it's already here, I don't really care. So the only problem I see with this setup now is that if they take over this tile, like I was mentioning last game, this tile right here, I have no entry into the enemy base, so it's quite the issue. They are crazy. Seriously, I don't know what these plays are, but I have so much damage on board. Is that even lethal? 1 2 3 4 5 5 8 2 off lethal. You know what guys, we have to do them dirty like this. Is this even the play? I have no other runner, guys, keep that in mind. So this is like really risky, but it might work out. Oh, I do have one other runner. I wish I had Lion Limbs. Honestly, I might just put Lion Limbs instead of Crimson, but we'll see. Dubious Toxic with Faithless looks not too bad. I really need to hit Faithless on that because this is a big problem. Also, you want to keep in mind that they're playing Ironclad, so if it was like Swarm, for example, and like a higher level, like let's say this was like Heroes League something, and they had this unit on board, they're probably dead. You're actually probably dead because then they just play a unit and then Forgotten Souls and you just lose. So luckily it's Ironclad, and luckily they don't have Forgotten Souls because I get the free win. We're going against another opponent. I hope it's not a bot. It's a bot, guys. Skip to the next one. I realize this is a bot. I kid you not, guys, all I'm facing are bots. I really hope the first 2 games are at least a good demonstration how to play this deck. I also want to mention one last thing is when I played that Lawless Herd right in front of that gifted recruits by the enemy, I think this is like really precise gameplay because you like going rush doesn't necessarily mean always going face. It just means, you know, trying to win efficiently and effectively as fast as possible. And playing my Lawless Herd there is kind of like a bit of insurance because in case that they somehow push forward, I at least have some kind of defense against just dying straight up. Because if I didn't play the Lawless Herd there, then you could actually just lose the game. So I'm really glad I did play like that. And yeah, just to showcase, I think those games are pretty good to show at least quite a bit of like the power of this deck. And it's not even like level 3 like you saw the enemies. Most of the enemies already have level 3 cards. I'm still rocking level 2s for the most part, but I think that's enough to call it a day. I had a lot of fun making this one and hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.